All right, back to our regular scheduled program. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is a fraud. Check this out. She went on that red app.
Gypsy Rose was bragging about taking Make-A-Wish trips and endowments and awards from sick children.
They say redemption comes in many forms, but for Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the road to a fresh start is anything but ordinary. Whispers from insiders suggest that Gypsy has confided that she's reluctant to take on a traditional 9-to-5 job, fearing it could shatter the mystique of her infamous story and tarnish the public fascination that has followed her since the Hulu series The Act catapulted her into the spotlight. Insiders claim Gypsy sees herself as more than a former convict or a true crime figure. She envisions a future where she's a brand, a personality, and perhaps even a celebrity in her own right. But here's the catch. Would stepping into the everyday grind of a normal job be seen as a step down from her unusual celebrity status, or is she simply too proud to leave her name in the headlines behind? The debate doesn't end there. Gypsy's case has always been polarizing, with some calling her a victim of unthinkable abuse and others questioning the morality of her choices. Now, the world is asking, is Gypsy holding out for opportunities that match her larger-than-life story? Or is this hesitation to work an everyday job a sign she's still stuck in a fantasy? People on social media are split, with some urging her to embrace humility and others arguing that she deserves more than an ordinary life after years of extraordinary suffering.
Is there going to be a season 3? I'm not thinking that far. I have so much to focus on right now with a newborn and, just life. Life gets really busy.
After a public fallout with critics and a bold promise to leave her personal life off the internet, Gypsy appeared ready to pivot toward a business-only persona. She blamed relentless bullying and backlash for the change, declaring she was done with the drama. For a moment, it seemed like she might truly disappear from the social media spotlight. But now she's back, and the internet can't stop talking about it. Not long ago, Gypsy wiped her digital slate clean. She deleted all the pictures from her Instagram, scrubbed her TikTok, and even removed or privatized her YouTube videos. Many saw this as a signal she was stepping away from the limelight for good. It seemed like Gypsy was determined to move on. But her recent actions tell a different story. In a surprising twist, Gypsy has returned with a bang. A massive photo dump on Instagram and a long overdue TikTok live session have her fans and critics buzzing. The timing of her return, coinciding with the ongoing TikTok ban saga, has raised eyebrows. Could the potential ban have made her realize just how much she relies on internet fame to sustain her lifestyle? This unexpected comeback raises an important question. Is Gypsy's return a calculated move to regain her influence, or a desperate attempt to stay relevant? After all, her online presence has been her primary source of income. And without it, she may be forced to consider a more traditional path. But as the drama and criticism reignite, it's clear that the road ahead won't be easy. Gypsy now faces a fork in the road. Will she endure the chaos and criticism to reclaim her spot in the influencer world? Or is this the beginning of a larger shift, one where she steps away from the clout chase entirely? Whatever her next move, one thing is certain: the internet isn't done watching.
Did Gypsy Rose just break one of her parole conditions? So Gypsy and Ken were seen at an establishment where they sell adult beverages. And this isn't the first time we've seen her in pictures around these kinds of drinks. So the answer is maybe. It depends on the type of establishment. There's a difference between a bar and a tavern, or a restaurant that just happens to sell adult beverages. Also, does her parole have any specific conditions around consuming or being at these types of places?
Her latest moves suggest she's grappling with a question every influencer dreads. Can you really leave the platform that made you, especially when the bills keep piling up? Let's unpack the twists and turns of her return to the spotlight. Not long ago, she declared she was done with the internet. She painted herself as someone ready to walk away from the chaos, claiming she could live without the constant clicks and controversy. But actions speak louder than words. And not long after, she made a bold move, launching a Red Note account in what looked like an effort to maintain her income stream. And honestly, there's no shame in that. Millions of people monetize their private lives every day. But the irony here is hard to miss. After pledging to leave the spotlight, she came right back to cash in on it. Then came the controversies. Recently, rumors swirled about her benefiting financially from money tied to a live streaming incident with a supposed hacker. Not long after, she went live herself, reportedly collecting even more cash from viewers. It's hard to ignore the timing. Was this a light bulb moment for her? Did it remind her how lucrative internet fame can be, no matter the criticism that comes with it? Now her Instagram is lighting up again, full of carefully curated posts that suggest she's not just dipping her toes back into the online world, she's diving in headfirst. The question is, why? Has she finally embraced that she thrives on internet fame and fortune? Or is this a strategic comeback, driven by the realization that life offline just isn't sustainable for her? Whatever the reason, it's clear she's putting on a tough face, ready to weather the inevitable backlash for the sake of the payout. Is this her next chapter or just another cycle of leaving and returning?
Someone said this to me, it cracked me up. All right, so this is her legit account. She posted this in her stories a couple of days ago. But the comment section on this picture was so bad, she actually deleted it, allegedly. I don't know, because she blocked me. All right, so the comment talks about how she groomed Nicholas Godejohn, and she planned it for 2 years using him, and to not give her attention because she's being desperate. Someone else says, so much for you staying off social media. You just can't get over yourself. Now, keep in mind, she did say she didn't care about losing her TikTok account. She's like, it really doesn't matter to me. I was going to get off this app anyway. Then why would you go over there? Then this other person says, I have a lot of friends in China and they love all their mamas. Good luck on this app. Now, y'all know that's true.
Could it be that the rumor mill is right and she's facing financial struggles? With all the talk about her money woes, some believe she's scrambling to cash in wherever possible, like with the mystery surrounding her baby. While fans are dying to know why she's so protective over her little one's face, there's speculation swirling that she might have cut a deal with a major outlet like Lifetime or People magazine, selling those elusive baby pictures for a major reveal. Sounds plausible, right? After all, if she's back on social media after swearing it off for good, maybe there's more behind the scenes than we think. But here's the kicker. Just when we thought we had her figured out, she drops this bomb. She wants to rest from filming her reality TV show. Fans aren't buying it though, and neither am I. Many think Lifetime is the one pushing her out, and with all the backlash they've gotten for being associated with her, it wouldn't surprise me if they decided to cut ties before the hate burns them any further. It's not just about TV anymore. Her financial stability might be in serious jeopardy, especially if Lifetime pulls the plug. Gypsy may be facing a hard reality, especially since she can't lean on writing books as a steady income. Let's face it, her fans aren't exactly lining up to buy them. So, with her career tanking and her baby's photos locked in a secret deal, the question is, why doesn't she just take a regular 9-to-5 job and leave the drama behind?
Listen, you gonna show us the baby? Just sell the picture already. Just sell the picture. We want to see her cute little face. You might as well sell the picture and make a couple bucks. I don't know why. Just do it. Just do it, Gypsy. She won't even know. She won't even notice. You could do it for the friends. Do it for the friends. Someone's gonna leak it anyways. You might as well get up in there like you said. Christy said that. She was like, someone's gonna snatch a picture. Now you can't leave the house. Don't you want to leave the house, Gypsy? Don't you want to show off the baby? Show us the babies. Come on. Give us something. Give us something on the tiki-talkies. Nobody's going to make fun of hers. All right, I'm not going to make fun of hers. I can guarantee that. I haven't. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say shit. I think it's great. Everything that hits my TikTok page is great.
Is she too big for the grind? Or is it the grind that's just too much for her? Sources are spilling the tea. It seems like she's feeling a bit too celebrity for a 9-to-5 job. But here's the twist. Does she really have a choice? From lofty career aspirations to backpedaling in the face of criticism, her latest moves have the internet buzzing with more than just opinions. Insiders are saying she's too proud to settle for any normal job. She doesn't want to take a step back after being in the spotlight. For her, the idea of working in a restaurant or doing anything else that feels too average is just unthinkable. She's made it clear that going from reality TV star to punching the clock at a 9-to-5 just wouldn't suit her image. And while that might sound like classic celebrity entitlement, there's something more to it. Instead of humbling herself, she seems to be plotting her next big internet comeback. But here's the thing. There's a flip side. It's not just her refusal to do normal work that's causing problems. Some believe no one would even give her a job if she tried. Case in point, remember when she announced that she wanted to become a hairdresser? Well, that backfired fast. During a recent Rolling Stone interview, her dream to work in beauty was met with skepticism and downright fear from fans. The backlash was swift. People said they wouldn't feel safe letting her near their hair, let alone trusting her with a pair of scissors. So it's clear. She's not wanted in traditional jobs, and she doesn't want them anyway. It's a standoff. What's worse, no one seems to want her on the internet either. It's almost like the internet is saying, we've seen enough. Between her controversial persona and the backlash over her latest ventures, it feels like there's no room left for her in the public sphere. So where does that leave her? Well, maybe the only place she truly fits right now is behind bars, where, let's be real, some would argue she belongs. And just when we thought she might have given up on social media, she drops a few sizzling pics on Instagram. But here's the kicker. She turned off the comments. A bold move, no doubt, but also a revealing one. Clearly, she's done with the feedback. So, what do you think? Should she just embrace the reality of a 9-to-5, or is there something bigger coming for her? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below.
So we now know that the 2 Disney trips she's talking about, one was from Make-A-Wish Foundation and one was from Make-A-Wish Endowment. The Cape Cod trip was from the Ollie Foundation and the awards. The Ollie Foundation is a foundation for sick children with feeding tubes. The Universal Studios trip, I believed, was funded by donations from her FB page, all under the guise she was a child. But she was a 23-year-old woman, fully knowing and fully participating in this, having no problem accepting those trips that are reserved usually for terminally ill children. And she's bragging about this just like she did in her interrogation. You heard me correctly. She was bragging about all of these trips in her interrogation. But that's another video. I wanted to share this information because it's very important in describing the dynamic between Gypsy and Dee Dee and how complicit she was as an adult woman.
Talk about a moment that has everyone buzzing. It all comes down to a mix-up that some fans are calling very telling. Moments like these show just how tricky it can be to juggle 2 narratives, the one she keeps tightly under wraps and the polished version she shares with the world. Occasionally, though, those 2 worlds collide, and not everything adds up. Here's the kicker. If Gypsy did accidentally let something slip during her live, it might suggest that the baby arrived before December 28th, just as many of her critics have been questioning.
She's so beautiful. I think she has my eyes. I think she has my eyes, but can smile. It's like her little mouth looks like cantaloupe.
Gypsy's latest live stream had viewers buzzing for all the wrong reasons. First, she took an unexpected turn into self-promotion, hyping up the new season of the Lifetime series inspired by her own life. But here's the kicker. She admitted she doesn't even have a way to watch the show herself. Fans couldn't help but wonder, is this genuine excitement or just another attempt to keep her name in the headlines? Then came the TikTok hacking drama, which only added to the frenzy. Gypsy confessed to falling victim to a phishing scam after clicking on a fake email from someone pretending to be TikTok. The result? She lost access to her account, and the hacker even demanded $400 to return it. While the story might have earned her some sympathy, critics weren't so forgiving. Many called out her lack of caution online, with one skeptical viewer bluntly asking, "She's 33 years old, how does she keep falling for these scams? How can we trust her judgment on anything at this point?"
After I had her, I shrunk back down. I was all belly. My belly was literally just all her.
Gypsy addressed the swirling TikTok rumors about her, dismissing most as nothing more than clickbait. But while she may have hoped for a clean slate, her blanket denial left many feeling uneasy. Critics weren't convinced. Some viewers accused her of deflecting criticism by leaning into the victim narrative rather than owning up to past mistakes or addressing specific allegations. Her plea for understanding, citing her stunted adolescence as a result of her traumatic upbringing, didn't land with everyone. Instead, skeptics saw it as a convenient excuse for what they've labeled manipulative or self-serving behavior. Gypsy wrapped up the live stream by painting herself as a relatable figure navigating the complexities of self-discovery. Yet not everyone was sold. "She's not relatable. She's calculated," one commenter fired back, claiming Gypsy is skilled at spinning her story to keep people hooked, but that her facade is starting to crack. What was perhaps intended to reconnect with fans seems to have backfired for many. Doubts about Gypsy's authenticity continue to grow, with critics pointing to her history of bending the truth and steering conversations to position herself as a victim. The question on everyone's mind: is Gypsy Rose Blanchard genuinely on a journey of growth, or just spinning another tale to stay in the spotlight?
Baby, and know that I was once a little innocent baby. And I don't understand how parents could hurt their kids. I just don't.
But it wasn't just her unexpected return that had people talking, it was the revelation she casually dropped during the session. Gypsy explained her firm decision to never show her baby online, a choice that sparked plenty of reactions. However, what really turned heads was how she couldn't stop gushing over her little one, calling them very beautiful and sharing that the baby has her eyes and can already smile. Although it might seem endearing at first, there's something about that statement that made many people do a double take. Here's the reason why.
I'm not gonna try to be a mommy influencer. I'm not gonna try and post about her. That's just I'm a new mom. I'm protective of her, and there's just a lot of creeps out there. So it's just the best for her to keep her out of it.
Did Gypsy just confirm what everyone's been suspecting? The TikTok star's recent slip-up online has fans questioning if she's ready for life beyond the digital bubble. Gypsy's fiasco to follow even the most basic online precautions sparked fresh concerns about her ability to handle real-world challenges. But what really grabbed attention was how she ended the live. Addressing swirling rumors about her on TikTok, Gypsy didn't hold back, calling them 99.9% lies. Instead of putting the drama to rest, though, her bold dismissal seems to have done the opposite, igniting even more skepticism among fans and critics alike.
She is not gonna know or have to experience the pain that I did. So,
what's the real story behind Gypsy's baby drama? Gypsy began by claiming it was a natural delivery with the help of an epidural, which already had folks side-eyeing her timeline. Originally scheduled for an induction, she casually mentioned that her baby decided to arrive a little early. Sounds innocent enough, right? Well, not for her critics. Many are pointing out how vague this timeline feels, with some accusing Gypsy of using it as a smokescreen to hide details she doesn't want getting out. And let's be real, this isn't the first time Gypsy's stories have been met with skepticism. Over the years, her so-called versions of events have fueled countless rumors about her honesty. This latest revelation only adds more fuel to the fire, leaving fans wondering, is there more to the story than she's letting on?
yeah, actually, I was supposed to have an induction. Thank you, Barbara. I was actually supposed to have an induction today. But she had other plans, so she came a little early.
Is she really a victim, or is it just another masterclass in deflection? Critics have been calling out her approach to scandal for years, and it seems like they're saying the same thing again. It's all a calculated act. Instead of tackling specific accusations, she continues to paint herself as the misunderstood victim. But is that the whole story? For many, it's clear. This isn't a one-time slip-up. They argue that she's not interested in coming clean, but rather controlling the narrative around her. The way she sidesteps key issues and instead focuses on her own perceived victimhood raises eyebrows. It's almost like the same tactics, recycled over and over. One viewer hit the nail on the head, commenting that her recent plea for grace felt anything but sincere. Instead of an honest reflection on her actions, it came across as a rehearsed excuse, just another way to deflect responsibility. Adding fuel to the fire, her attempt to explain away her behavior by blaming her sheltered upbringing didn't resonate with many. It felt like the perfect way to avoid accountability. Another shield she can hide behind when things get tough. So, is this just another chapter in her ongoing narrative? Or is she finally going to have to face the consequences of her actions?
And the funniest thing is I don't have a way to watch Lifetime. Oh, thank you, Pam. Oh, well, that's cool. I don't have like cable or like direct.
Hold on, did Gypsy just reveal a timeline twist in her baby story? According to her, the little one was born on December 28th, which would make the baby just 21 days old. But here's where things get interesting. Scientifically, most babies don't start smiling until they're around 2 to 3 months old. So how is this newborn already flaunting Ken's smile? The revelation seemed to catch Gypsy herself off guard. She quickly backtracked, scrambling to clarify that the baby actually inherited Ken's sleep pattern. What do you think? Innocent mix-up, or is there more to this story?
But I can tell you she is a beautiful baby girl. She is healthy. She has a head full of hair. She's so beautiful. I think she has my eyes. I think she has my eyes, but Ken's smile.
While Gypsy revealed she managed to produce colostrum in the hospital, she admitted she couldn't produce enough milk to continue nursing her baby. The admission drew mixed reactions. Some sympathized with her struggles, while others accused her of once again playing the victim, a narrative that has shadowed her since her infamous trial. Critics didn't hold back, claiming that Gypsy might be using her new role as a mother as a fresh way to garner sympathy and stay in the spotlight. The controversy hit a boiling point during an especially awkward moment when she reflected on her own childhood. Referring to herself as a little innocent baby, Gypsy lamented the abuse she endured at the hands of her late mother, D. Blanchard. Although Gypsy's traumatic past is well documented and evokes undeniable empathy, some felt her comments came across as performative. Many believed she was trying to draw a parallel between her own victimhood and her struggles as a mother. It seemed as though she was using her child as a prop to highlight her own suffering. One commenter remarked, summarizing the unease shared by many.
I am not nursing, unfortunately. I did produce colostrum, so I was feeding her colostrum while in the hospital. But my milk never came in. Like my milk supply, everybody was like, "Your milk will come in a few days." And I pumped it. I was able to get a drop, and that's about it. So we're formula feeding her, and it's okay because as long as she's fed, that's all that matters. So, but I did try to breastfeed first.
Gypsy's latest closing remarks have left fans divided, with many calling out her relatable persona as nothing more than a calculated PR move. As she wrapped up her appearance, Gypsy positioned herself as a figure on a quest for authenticity, declaring she was flawed but real. But instead of resonating with her audience, her words sparked a heated backlash from critics who weren't buying it. One commenter didn't hold back, saying, "She's not relatable, she's manipulative." It seems her attempt to appear vulnerable and down to earth may have backfired, with many questioning whether her sincerity was genuine or just part of a carefully crafted narrative. Gypsy's insistence on being flawed but real was clearly aimed at connecting with younger audiences who crave authenticity. But for many, it felt like a strategy, an attempt to tap into a buzzword that would make her more relatable. She's trying to sell a story, not share her truth, one critic pointed out, suggesting that her message wasn't as raw or real as it was made out to be. While Gypsy might believe she's sharing her authentic self, the overwhelming response suggests her audience sees through the act. It raises the question, is this calculated move going to win her more fans, or is it going to push them further away? Only time will tell if she's truly on a journey of self-discovery or just trying to sell a narrative. So, what do you think? Is Gypsy truly being honest with herself? Or is this just another layer of the mystery that keeps her audience coming back for more? Either way, this latest drama is far from over, and we can't wait to see what unfolds next. It's clear that Gypsy's online moments are always a roller coaster, and you definitely won't want to miss what happens next. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, comment, and let us know your thoughts. Share this with your friends, because trust us, they'll want to know what's going on too. And don't forget to subscribe for more juicy updates on all the drama you can handle. Stay tuned because we'll be back with the latest as it all unfolds.